Hello and welcome to Squidly Bits, our second channel where we post anything from the sickest video tutorials on the internet to videos like this, army showcases of the freaking best armies you'll ever see. And today I'm gonna show you everything, every little detail about my super cool Dark Angel Black Templar army, so stay tuned for that. People, it's finally time for me to talk to you about what might actually be my all-time favorite army. To really understand this army, we need to go back till I was born. Because ever since I was a little sperm, I have fucking loved knights. Wearing freaking tabards and having swords and shields, even if they're outnumbered against like 1 million orcs with Dakka. So it was only natural that I would have to make a Knight Templar inspired army for 40k. And here it is, people! And this project all started back in 2023. I know that's 3 years ago now. It feels a little bit weird. And it's actually thanks to Maxim, the traitor. He was all like, bro, you should just make like a small squad so that we can play kill team and have fun and enjoy 40k. And that's when I decided to make my 5 assault intercessors. They were just gonna be a kill team, so I went nuts, made some cool conversions, sculpted tabards for everyone, and then I was hooked. We had the brilliant idea for me to try to get as much as humanly possible done from this army for a 24-hour challenge. Does that sound familiar? Yes, because it is. It's usually what happens when I get excited about armies, because it's really time efficient. But then I also realized, if I'm making an army that's just pretty much a bunch of knights, we need to incorporate a big knight. And since every freaking member of this squad was supposed to be a super valiant knight, of course, the knight had to have a super sharp and polished sword. They're all like, swoosh swoosh, Emperor Daddy, yes, we love you. So of course he's carrying a perfectly beautiful picture of the Emperor, because you can't go to battle empty-handed. And for the color scheme of this freaking army, I knew that I wanted the base to be like this gritty steel, to really pull you back to like the medieval times. We of course know that the Knights Templars had like these white drapes and the red crosses everywhere. I really wanted to incorporate like a beige white tone and red. When you have this like white, red and black combo going on, it really works adding a bunch of gold everywhere. It was kind of like a natural fluent stage that made this color scheme. I think to this day this is one of my favorite minis I've ever made. Is it perfect? No, not by any means. But it's just so freaking perfect in my eyes. But before I tell you more about this army, let's talk about this week's awesome sponsor, Godforge. It's a game set in a dark fantasy universe, jam-packed with iconic gods, myths, and legends from history and all kinds of different mythologies, which players can collect to battle through PvE dungeons and PvP arenas. There are dragons, Vikings, and quite literally anything you ever wished to be as a kid. Unlike other titles, this game has been shaped from feedback by over 2 million community members, which means Godforge is literally built by gamers for gamers. And right now, you guys should follow the link in the video description to start playing Godforge Quests, a browser-based pre-launch event where you can lock in rewards that carry straight into the upcoming main game, which is released in early access in Q1 2026. What are you guys waiting for? Don't miss it. The event ends on the 19th of February, so make sure to download the game, play it. It's really freaking fun, and honestly, you get a lot of inspiration. Maybe there's a freaking huge mega freaking collaboration coming with Squidmar and Godforge in the near future. But now, let's talk about my Knight Templars. And this army, unfortunately, was never meant to be a good army. I don't think I won a single game of the tournament. I could never capture points. I only had super expensive units with low movement. And to top things off, I played a drop pod, and I played a freaking Stormhawk Interceptor. In the 5th game of the tournament, I realized, oh, you can go down in like low altitude. I didn't realize that an Imperial Knight has the Titanic keyword, so I was walking around the ruins and shit instead of just through them. Is this my fault? No, it's actually the game designers who didn't tell me. Moving on from the big useless mech guys in the back, we have what might just have started an era of itself. Dreadnoughts for me are like super agile and nimble creatures, so of course you need to have one that's like jumping over a pair of rocks. And this started it for me. I then went on and made a swinging one for my Blood Angels. And we also have Cowboy Bebop. He's super cool. I imagine him like, when he's done firing, he's like tilting his little fedora. If you're playing Dark Angels, which I am, you need to have the Lion of the Johnson, because he's just so cool. I don't know if you've maybe been able to spot it, but every single character in this entire army is not wearing a helmet, and everyone is bald. So I've been scraping off the hair of every single head, which means that my Lionel Johnson is also bald. None of those shiny golden locks. It just gives him so much more character. And just like I said how I love freaking medieval knights, I also happen to love Terminators in a Space Marine army. So if you look here, you can see that a lot of the infantry of the army is actually 10 Terminators. We have 5 Deathwing Terminators and we have 5 Deathwing Knights with swords. I know now your people are like, oh, you should have played with the Malices because they are just the same but better. But to that I say, swords. You can either go ching, 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 wing, ching, ching, or you can go bonk. I know which one I'm picking. So for these I had to scrape off a lot of details because I didn't want a single Dark Angel insignia on these mother truckers. I removed pretty much every single detail from every mini. And then to round everything off, we also have freaking Belial, no details whatsoever. This was actually one of the minis that turned out to be my unexpected favorite in the army. The last mini that I really want to talk about, the champion in the regular Assault Intercessor squad. So of course he's carrying a Holy Grail banner. And you know people, I've learned something. When we put out the army, I was looking up how many points it is. And actually, this is just 1850 points. And in all honesty, I think I should probably remove the drop pod now that they've released new ones. So if you guys have any freaking cool ideas or suggestions for something that I can add to this army for around 220 points, let me know in the comment section and maybe I'll do it because I honestly get super hyped for doing more of this army.
Is this army you actually would do something more to?
Yeah, I've had a small little idea of making some bikers, but you know, they can't be bikers, they need horses. So I would put Space Marines on horses. And as always, I go and play a tournament with them because that's the only reason to make an army. And in those tournaments, you can sometimes win like a Best Painted award. And with this army, I managed to do that, which made me really proud. And people, it is the year of 2026, and I don't really have a lot of projects coming up, except for like a lot of them. I'm going to Golden Demons and I'm gonna win the freaking Swords of the Slayers and I'm gonna chop the heads off of everyone. I don't know how much time I will have to make fully fledged armies this year. Adding a few more units to this one might actually not be a bad idea. So I think with that said, thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, maybe like it. That means a lot. Subscribe to the channel because that's really fun if you do and it really makes these videos reach to more people. And also go into the comment section and add suggestions for what I should be adding to this army to make it even cooler and even bigger. And thanks to the patrons, of course. You guys are the bomb. So with that said, have a great day.